Hi guys, Shawn Davis here. I'm going to walk you through the recipe called Cocoa Coffee, Shawn's Cocoa Coffee. It's a recipe that we use in the making of many recipes. So as we concoct things, sometimes we're using the direct recipe, and then sometimes we're using the recipes of things to then create other recipes. So this is a recipe that we drink by itself, and we also use it as we're creating other recipes. But it's a very delicious iced coffee. It tastes great. It has the representation of cocoa in it, which, you know, is a wonderful natural source of magnesium and other minerals as well. So it really helps to provide energy during the day, and at night it helps to provide sedation. So cocoa and magnesium go hand in hand, and this recipe is very rich in cocoa content. It also, of course, has coffee at its foundation, and coffee is a rich niacin source, and niacin is also very important for brain function as well as many other things. It's one of the B vitamins. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take you through Shawn's coffee cocoa recipe. So at the foundation we have coffee, and we brew coffee and we keep it cold in the refrigerator. So I'm going in, I'm going to pull everything that I need from the refrigerator. I need heavy whipping cream, coffee, lemon lime juice, and tart cherry juice. Hopefully I've remembered everything that I need to get out of the refrigerator. So, first things first. 2 cups of coffee going in. People throw away too much coffee. We make our coffee in advance and then store it in the refrigerator and then heat it. If we want to serve Betty a hot cup of coffee, then we'll heat it up for her and serve it that way. And if we're going to make one of our cold coffee recipes, then we're all ready to do that as well. Never throw away your coffee. Let this be the end of doing that. People are always talking about a fresh pot of coffee and they throw away coffee. I bet it's the most thrown away beverage in the United States. Waste no more. Never do it. Always refrigerate. Alright, so we've got 2 cups of coffee in the repurposed salsa jar. Repurpose all of your jars, okay? Glass is better than plastic for storing things. Now we're going to put in 1/4 cup of sugar. Notice this sugar has color. It is unbleached. Very important. Then we've got 1 turnip of citric acid. All I do is turn that up, put it to the side. Nice and easy. Instant coffee. How much? 1/8 teaspoon. And we have our tower here that is populated with our little mini containers that we get from the dollar store. It's all labeled instant coffee on top. 1/8 teaspoon going in. Next product, 1 1/2 tablespoons baking cocoa. This is an organic baking cocoa. Tap off, and in it goes. Next we have pea protein, and we have pea protein in our first drawer here in our tower. And we're going in with 1/4 teaspoon. I like the pea protein because it's protein, of course, but it also gives it a little bit of body, a little bit of creaminess. Helps control that blood sugar response because of the resistant starch content. Next we go in with 1 squirt of balsamic vinegar. And again, this is a repurposed bottle. We purchased white willow bark liquid in these bottles, and when we're done with the white willow, then we rinse them, wash them, and then repurpose them. Now we're going in with 1 squirt of extra virgin olive oil. So the balsamic vinegar gives you some nice acid. We need good acid within our guts to have good digestion. And olive oil is good for hormonal balance, hormonal response, and longevity, and it's an anti-aging food. Next we're going in with 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Pure vanilla. Goes over a little bit. No harm done. Nobody complains about a little bit of extra vanilla. It's so good. Next we're going in with 2 units of spirulina mix. We have this tray here. It's like a medicine tray. Pick this up at a thrift store. And we keep it populated with spirulina, curry powder, which includes turmeric, and black pepper, because turmeric is better utilized with black pepper. The body does not absorb it and utilize it nearly as well without its best friend, black pepper. And there's 2 units going in. Very small amount, so it's not detectable in the coffee. You don't really experience the spirulina, the black pepper, or the turmeric in terms of a flavor or a taste, but you do get the benefit of it. And with it having that boost of the coffee, you might be aware that many pain remedies will also include caffeine in them, because caffeine tends to give pain medications a boost. And so the same is true with many things. So the combination of the coffee and the turmeric and the spirulina, which is a high protein sea vegetable, spirulina is very much so nature's multivitamin. And with it being blended into this coffee recipe, the coffee really gives the energizing effects of the protein a kick in the pants. So, very beneficial in the morning when you're trying to get up and get going. You want a delicious drink that will also give you some power. Next we're going in with lemon lime juice. This is 50% lemon, 50% lime. Going in with 2 squirts. Next we're adding in the tart cherry juice. We're doing 2 squirts of that. Tart cherry juice is an anti-inflammatory, as is the turmeric and the spirulina. Inflammation is at the root of many conditions. It's like a fire in the body that is unwanted, and we want to do everything that we can to minimize it. Next we have apple cider vinegar in a travel spray bottle. Most of your grocery stores have these empty bottles that are 2-ounce bottles for travel. So we've got our apple cider vinegar in there, and we're going to give our mixture 2 sprays. Next we are going to add, well, before we add the next thing, we're going to shake this up because I don't like to get all the way up to the top without giving this a shake. So we're going to put a lid on it. We're going to go over to the sink just in case any of it escapes. And we're going to give this a shake. Excellent. And then we're going to add 1/3 cup heavy whipping cream. So we've got our bitter elements in here with the lemon and lime juice, the citric acid, the balsamic vinegar, the tart cherry juice. All of those things add some bitters and some acidic value. Bitter things, bitter foods help to promote healthy thyroid function. And the acid, we've got to have enough acid content in our stomachs in order for our digestion to work properly. A lot of times when people are experiencing heartburn, they think they have too much acid, when the reality is they need more acid in the gut to help break down and process the food properly. So now to taste. And I'm going to taste right out of the jar because I'm Betty's daughter and I can do that. If she were making it, she'd say, taste it, taste it. Tell me what you think. She used to do that all the time when I was a kid. Delicious. Love it. So that's it, folks. Shawn's cocoa coffee recipe. That lady, Miss Betty's daughter, sharing all of the wonderful ways in which Betty's life continues to be promoted. She's strong, y'all. She's strong as an ox. So take some tips from what is keeping her that way. 84. She's 84 years old and still walking the neighborhood and still backing us off of her. When she doesn't want to get up, she doesn't want to sit down, she gives us a run for our money. Let me tell you, she's strong. If you like this video, remember to hit the mitt, touch that notification bell, share it, visit our merch store. It's forever growing with new shirts, new designs, and people are buying the shirts left and right more and more, and letting us know how excited they are about the merchandise. Also, Alzheimer's walks. The Alzheimer's Association is putting forth a variety of walks all across the nation during this fall, and we ask you to go to Teesprings, touch the link in the description for Teesprings, visit the merchandise store, and purchase either the tank that I prefer because I tend to run hot, so I like the tank, or the cap sleeve if that's your preference, and find out when your local Alzheimer's walk is being conducted and wear that shirt to the walk and represent Betty's story. I mean, 20 years of fighting against dementia. You don't hear of that very often. So Betty's story deserves to be heard and shared and known about. And if you would help us in that way, we would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.